Hey guys, what's going on? This is VT, and I'm bringing another custom armor set your way, and I do want to apologize right off the bat because this is not the type of armor set I typically like to do. This one, well, I'll explain it right away with the name. I'm calling it the Talicao set because it relies so much on a good talisman and the two Macau pieces that you're going to see in a minute here, the Macau Gauntlets S and the Macau Shin Guards S for Blade Master. It is a hammer set. I was looking to utilize some of the main hammer skills I think are most important, either Knockout King, Stamina Thief, or Fast Charge. But unfortunately in this game, they just really don't include any good armor pieces or any variety of them really. You pretty much only have one option for any of those skills, which is why you see some of the low high rank pieces of the Macau ones in here giving that Stamina Thief. But again, two pieces give one skill, you got two slots in it. This is honestly the best I can do. I've been playing around with it for so long, just trying to make something work until I got this talisman yesterday. I was like, well, that's probably the closest I'm going to get to it, because with a hammer set, you also want to deal with a lot of damage, either with expert or with just straight up attack up large. And so that was sort of a focus of mine as well. But it was very difficult to sort of really make, and a lot of other armor sets that are full and complete don't really focus on hammer that much. They don't really seem to point towards using a hammer for that set. So I really wanted to make something specific for hammers because I love using hammers, I really do. And so this set just sort of encompasses that as best as I really could. So again, I do apologize. This isn't the type of set that I really like to make because it uses the talisman so wholly, really. You really need a good talisman to make this work. But I figured I'd throw out for you guys in case you do get something like the talisman I have, or something similar with a different type of skill that you might want to use instead of Knockout King. Because again, while that is a very nice hammer skill, because that is what you're going to be looking for the most, you know, you can make it work with either Fast Charge or something else you want if you want Expert instead of that as well. The Stamina Drain attack is just kind of nice to have in there. So let's dive in a little bit deeper, and we'll look at this set. And first off, it obviously, as you've been seeing, it is not a very good looking set. It's not pretty at all. It makes you look like a damn fool. And even I, who don't really care about being much of a fashion hunter, looked at this set and I was like, damn, that is not pretty. Not at all. So, you know, you're going to have to get past that, especially with the Canlos chest. Personally, I don't think it looks good at all on like anything. It's just too big, but with a hammer, it's fine. So we're looking at, you know, the 5 different pieces here. Like I said, the Macau Gauntlets and Macau Shin Guards. You're going to have the Obituary Helm, which is the Blade Master specifically. Again, use the Blade Master Obituary Helm to get that extra defense and the right skills in the socket. You're going to use the Canlos chest, which is probably the most difficult piece to make, and the Rathlos waist piece there for 7 attack, which is actually quite a bit, and you're probably going to use that piece in a lot of other custom sets that I'm releasing, because I am looking at that for, obviously you get a lot of points towards attack there, which is really nice. So all in all, not too difficult of a set to make, and you can see the breakdown in the skill tree here. You can see again my talisman is really driving this set forward. I got a God Charm, honestly, is what I'm really going to call this one. It's a 6 into KO and has 3 sockets, so it allows me to get that attack up large, because normally with this set, natively you're going to get Stamina Thief and you're going to get attack up medium with 3 slots, being a single slot and 2 regular slots put together. So you can play with that just a little bit in there, which is kind of nice, which is what I did with the KO here. I added the 5 into my talisman with the 3 socket, which was nice and easy to make, and then the KO perfectly fit in with the other 2 pieces in there, which means you do have a little bit of flexibility with this, because this set does actually have some slots, and believe it or not, this is a lot of slots compared to some other custom armor sets. So if you have a different talisman that maybe isn't the exact same as mine, obviously, because mine is very difficult and probably pretty rare to come across, you can probably make it work with a few other things. Any sort of +3 and 2 socket skill, if you have enough points in that in your talisman, can probably work for this, and you can still get all the skills you want. And if you have a nice slotted weapon, you can use that as well to really get those last few points into the attack. So hopefully you guys can use this, find it useful. I again apologize for making it rely so much on the talisman. I really wish I could make it better, but this is really the best I can do for an actual hammer set. And really, the one that I have right now, and hopefully you can make it very similar as well, if not the same, is really going to destroy with hammer. You have the attack up large, the KO, and the stamina drain against any monster. That's just going to absolutely demolish with the hammer. So I really hope you enjoy it, and stick around because I have a bonus set for you. So I feel kind of bad because I threw sort of that bullshit armor set at you guys, because again, it requires that charm, that God Charm. I figured I'd throw another free one at you guys right away, since I have been kind of slow with getting all of these different videos out. Now this is an armor set I made specifically for my brother, which is why it's called Andrew's Hunting Horn set, because that's my brother's name. He's pretty cool, and he actually found this awesome talisman when we were charm farming the other day. It gives him Maestro plus 10, Stamina Drain plus 3, and 1 slot. I mean, it is a true god charm. And I was like, wow, I'll design an awesome Hunting Horn set for you around that, because Maestro is a pretty sweet Hunting Horn skill, if not basically the only specific one for it. And then I realized, well, actually, regardless of that talisman, because if you don't really want Maestro on there, you could use this set for a hammer or a hunting horn, because it works really well, depending on your talisman again. So again, this is one of those where you have to kind of be flexible and bear with me a little bit, but I figured I'd throw it at you guys in case you can play around with it and make something of it on your own, which sadly requires a little bit of work on your guys' end. I'm sorry I can't do it all for you, but hopefully you guys can come up with something that will work just as well. So this set, he was able to get attack up medium, Maestro, Tenderizer, and Stamina Drain in, which is 45 points. It's actually very incredible with that talisman. But really, if you look at it, the talisman pretty much just fuels Maestro, because Stamina Drain can be given with this set with just pretty much 3 slots. So 2 slots together and then a single, and then Tenderizer just one by itself, and you have a pretty good set on top of whatever talisman skill you might have on there as well. So it requires the Rathalos Cap S, which again, that's the cap. You're going to suffer a little bit of defense for this, but it gives you extra points into attack and Tenderizer to really max out those skills as close as possible to getting the full goal there. It gives you the attack up medium right out of the bat. You're also going to use pretty much the rest of the pieces are Rathalos Mail R. You're going to have the Rathalos Folds R and Rathalos Greaves R, but again, we see that Macau Gauntlets S to give that stamina drain, because it gives them +6, which is really actually the only pretty much piece out there besides the gauntlets that give stamina drain. So again, just kind of having that in there is really useful, again, for like hammer or hunting horn. So this set is pretty easy to make. Again, you really just need to farm a bunch of Rathalos. The parts we only had to go back for were actually Macau scale pluses, if you can believe that. So pretty easy to make. Hopefully you guys can make something out of it. It doesn't really have any slots. It has 1 slot, which you can use the socket for that Tenderizer to get that up to the points, 10 points that you need. So really this slot or this armor set comes with base of attack up medium, Tenderizer +9, and Stamina Drain +6, and any talisman you put in there will hopefully get you to a few extra skills as you really see fit for this set, whatever you're trying to use it for and whatever talismans you have. So hopefully you guys can find this one useful as well. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys next time.